What's up? How you guys doing? What is today? Let me gather myself. It's been a while since we talked, y'all. So much has changed in such a short period of time. I know you guys feel that energy picking on up. So let's see. Today is Friday. You know, I have to check in. Sometimes I go off into my own little world and then I look up and 2 weeks have gone by. So today is Friday. It's 4:22 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to talk about the times. We're going to get into this energy update of these planetary shifts that are happening, some that are close to come, that are going to be happening pretty soon, and basically just how all of this energy is changing and how we can leverage this energy to benefit us. Because as of right now, we are in earth energy. We have a stellium in the sign of Taurus right now. And if you know anything about Taurus, Taurus is the sign of beauty. Taurus is the sign of rest and rejuvenation. Taurus is the sign of luxury. Taurus represents preservation. Taurus like to appreciate things in their natural state. Tauruses like to be comfortable. But if you also haven't noticed, the symbol of the stock market, which is the bull, that's represented by Taurus as well. So Taurus also represents money. Taurus represents wealth, value. What do you value, and physical things of value. Because since Taurus is an earth sign, then we deal with all of the physical aspects of life, So things that you can tangibly touch, things that you can feel, those are all Taurian themes. And right now we have the Sun, Mercury, Uranus, Venus, and Black Moon Lilith all in the sign of Taurus. So let me tell you what that's telling us. First of all, the sun in our birth charts, it represents our soul. So with the sun, and then you have to remember, well, if you don't know astrology, whenever the sun is in one sign, then the earth is in the opposite sign of physical manifestation. So and the opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. So while Taurus likes to hold on to things, and Taurus likes to preserve things in their natural state, Scorpio likes to break things down and transform things, So while we're changing our values at our soul level, because the sun is in Taurus right now, on the physical earth level, we are in a major area of transformation, a major energy of transformation, and that energy is just being exalted and being amplified by this full moon in Scorpio that we have coming up on Monday. So yes, we're in major transformational energy right now. It's a great time. Like I'm so excited about all of this, because what this is telling me with this Taurus stellium is that this is a great time to make investments in your future. We just got out of all of that heavy Aries energy, and when we were in that Aries energy was all about knowing yourself, figuring out yourself, empowering yourself, understanding yourself, focusing on yourself, accepting yourself. It was all about self and self-mastery. So now that we've come out of the era of self-mastery and now we've moved into the energy of Taurus, now we are going to start to reap the benefits, all of those things that we master within ourselves, and it's going to happen on a tangible physical level. So this is, like I said, a great time to make investments into yourself. Let me tell you, if you want to be, it's possible for you to become a millionaire with all of this Taurus energy. Do you hear me? It's money out here to be made. Things are changing, but you have to understand how the energy is working in order for you to be able to benefit from all of these changes in the energy right now. So like I was saying, we have all of this Taurus energy. Taurus rules beauty. So anything with beauty, anything with self-care, anything with making yourself feel good, anything with being luxurious, luxurious, anything with the stock market. If you know how to invest in cryptocurrency and all of those things, it's a great time to get into that. Anything with the stock, well, I already said the stock market, with the housing market. If you're a real estate agent, or you know how to do real estate, or you have the opportunity to buy or sell real estate right now, then this would be a great time to get into that as well, because I'm telling you, there's going to be a redistribution of wealth with all of this Taurus energy. Like I said, Taurus rules money, it rules wealth. So there's going to be a redistribution of wealth with Uranus in Taurus right now. So since Uranus is in Taurus, Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius, and you know Aquarius are they're the humanitarians of the zodiac, but they're also the rebellious energy. It's the energy of change. Aquarius wants things to change. Aquarius deals with Uranus deals with unexpected energy. So things happen fast, they happen suddenly, you don't expect them. Uranus is surprise energy, you know, and with Uranus being in the sign of Taurus, Taurus don't like surprises. Taurus wants a routine. Taurus wants to know how things are going to go. So it's like right now we are being forced to change our values. We've been forced to change our structures in regards to money, and because this energy is so interchangeable and it's so unexpected, you have to really be in alignment with this energy in order for it to benefit you, you know. So yes, we have the Sun in Taurus, we have Uranus in Taurus, we also have Venus and Mercury in Taurus as well. So that means the way that we're thinking about building those structures. We're thinking about long term now. We're changing the way that we think about money. We're changing the way that we think about the things that we value. And because we've changed that within ourselves in that Aries energy, now in Taurus energy, we have to make those manifest those changes physically into this world. And with Venus being in the sign of Taurus, because Taurus is ruled by the planet of Venus, that means we're going to be feeling more alive. We're going to be feeling more luxurious. It's going to be a point. We're going to be making more of a point to take care of ourselves. We're going to be making more of a point to make sure that we feel comfortable and we're in an environment that helps us thrive. That's what this Taurus energy is bringing it up. But then also Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus as well, so that means we're having to deal with all of those, you know, ugly subliminal subconscious thoughts that we have in regards to wealth, and we have in regards to abundance, and to the way that we make money and receive money and attract money, and what we're worthy of, what we have access to, what we can attain. All of these types of ideas, just the structure and the way that you think about money, the way that you handle money, we're having to deal with all of those things, and all of those things are coming up. So this is going to be a major time of healing, and you have to soothe yourself, you know. In order to heal, you have to soothe yourself, you know, and that's all Taurian energy. Taurus is about being comfortable, what makes you very comfortable, you know. So this is great energy to be in right now. Another thing that's happening just today, Mars finally moved out of the sign of Jupiter and has moved into the sign of Cancer. Now, so basically when Mars was in Mars is in Gemini. Mars is not in Jupiter. Mars is in Gemini. Yes. So yeah, with Mars in the sign of Gemini, it was like a lot of talking, a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth, a lot of people speaking aggressively, lots of arguments, lots of disagreements, but also a lot of these things opening up conversations for new perspectives, you know. That's all Gemini energy, you know. So a lot of people, like I said, it was really affecting, because Gemini rules communication, and of course your throat chakra deals with your communication. So a lot of people have very overactive throat chakras during this time. And also Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of the mind. So we had a lot of thoughts, you know. It may have been really hard to just stop obsessing over those subliminal things that you generally don't even pay attention to. And now these were thoughts that were at the forefront of your mind, and you kept thinking them and you kept thinking them. It's like that elevator beauty, that music that you can't cut off. Well, all of those thoughts, that's your subconscious being brought brought to the forefront because your mind was being sped up by Mars being in the sign of Gemini. But now Mars has moved into the sign of Cancer. So now that we've moved out of the mind, we're moving into the heart, and now we're able to actually process all of those thoughts, all of those recurring thoughts, and really translate them into emotions and really deal with that energy now. But with Mars being in the sign of Cancer, that means people aren't going to be able to hide their emotions as easily. People are may act out, because of their emotions. People might be a lot more easily triggered at this time because, like I said, Mars, which is kind of the sign of initiation, the sign of aggression, the sign of confrontation. Mars is the god of war. And so when Mars is in the sign of Cancer, he in his feelings, he just in his feelings. And the good thing is now our minds are settling down, but now everything that was going on in our minds is now translating into our heart space, and we're having to process all of those emotions. So if you're feeling a certain type of way about something, it's definitely going to come up in this Mars and Cancer transit, and you're definitely going to you're going to feel the need to express it and to address it. And especially with this Scorpio full moon that's coming up on Monday, because Scorpio deals with all of those taboo topics, the things that you really don't want to deal with, the things that you really don't want to talk about. That scorpionic energy, and Scorpio is the energy of it is what it is. Let's deal with the facts of the situation. Scorpio is the surgeon. They like to get down deep. They don't like to deal with the superficial. They like to deal with the roots of the things. So we're in double water energy. Two major planetary shifts are happening right now, and we're in major water energy. So just know that it's going to be very important to pay attention to your emotions, to pay attention to your triggers, to heal yourself, to soothe yourself, to make sure that you're comfortable so that you don't spiral, to make sure that you are breaking all of the habits that you learned in Aries season that you needed to break, and actually apply those things and make sure you're doing the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. And then the great thing about this is after all of this is happening right now, but in May, I can't remember the exact dates, but in May, Jupiter is going to be moving into the sign of Pisces. So Jupiter has been in the sign of Aquarius since I think about New Year's, around Christmas last year, in 2020. Jupiter and Saturn both moved into Aquarius. Well, now Jupiter is moving out of Aquarius and is moving into the sign of Pisces. So that is putting even more of an emphasis. It's going to be even more of an emphasis on healing, even more of an emphasis on all of the spiritual and metaphysical properties of life, even more of an emphasis on acceptance and forgiveness and love. Like it's gonna be kind of like that, that it kind of reminds me of kind of like the 80s hippies phase, where everybody loved everybody just walked around smoking blunts and they little bell bottoms and shit. It kind of reminds me of that age. That's what Jupiter and Pisces is going to bring. It's going to bring just an openness. Everybody's going to be a lot more open. It's going to be a whole lot more easier to express yourself. So that's why it's really important to make sure that you're going with the energy and that you're going through these phases with this energy, so that way you can use it to benefit you. So like I said, right now we are in Taurus energy. Taurus is make yourself comfortable. Taurus is invest in yourself. So if you're thinking about taking them classes, if you've been thinking about taking those classes, take those classes. If you've been thinking about starting that business, start that business. If you've been thinking about doing whatever it is you've been thinking about doing, now is the time to go ahead and do it, because there's going with Uranus and Taurus, Taurus, the sun, Mercury, and Venus all in the sign of Taurus there. But with Uranus, for sure, especially with us being in the Aquarian age, Uranus rules Aquarius. So we are in the age of Uranus. This is Uranus's domain, and Uranus has always got something up his sleeve. Let me tell you, I have Uranus in my first house. So let me tell you, it's always something. And it's always a surprise. I swear to God, y'all, my life could be a movie for real. Like, I'm gonna have to write a book or something, because when I say it's always something. With Uranus in the first house, you never know what's gonna happen. With Uranus energy, period, you never know what's gonna happen. So it's like you kind of gotta learn to just go with the flow, because Uranus is gonna bring those ups, those downs, those shakes, those turns. But as long as you're in alignment with your energy and you know what you're supposed to be doing, then you know how to, just go with the flow and roll with the punches, and learn the lessons, and not have all of that energy get stuck and stagnated within you. Because when things are changing quickly, and if we don't know how to let go of stuff, and we don't know how to let purge things, then we get this stagnant energy, and then we're stuck and we can't move forward, and then we get frustrated, and then we start to spiral because we can't move forward. But it's like you have to be able to be open to make the changes, so it's all about really just being open to doing things different, being open to looking at things differently, being open to change your perspective about yourself and about the world around you, and about the things that you deserve, and the things that you desire, the things that you're able and capable to obtain. You're gonna have to change your mindset about all of those things. You're gonna have to change your mindset about the things that you value, So I think that's all I want to say about this transit right now. I don't have any of my astrology tools. This was kind of an impromptu type of video. It was just something that I was thinking about. And also, like, I've gotten so many spiritual downloads over the past couple of weeks. It's like left and right and left and right and left and right. I'm seeing things differently. I'm opening up my perspective. I'm looking at the world differently. I'm understanding life is not linear. Life goes in the circle. Honestly, there's no such thing as a straight line, because when we use straight lines, it keeps us in a three-dimensional view of life. But if you connect all of the circles, then everything comes full circle. And you can see the world in so many different dimensions. And when I say dimensions, I just mean perspectives. You can see the world from so many different perspectives, So I'm excited for these changes. I hope you guys are ready to take advantage of all of this energy as well. There's definitely going to be some changes coming to the Patreon channel as well. As of right now, there's so much going in my life. I'm just going to cut the tears down. So as far as I'm gonna cut out the coven for right now, because I really don't have the bandwidth to work exclusively with all of you guys on the ins and out of really the spiritual journey. And that's something that I take very seriously. I never want to take that lightly. I know that that's very important, and I want to give you guys the time and attention for when I can do it. So as for right now, we're just gonna stop that for right now. We'll start it up again later, and we're just going to have the first two initial tiers. I have so many changes coming up. I'm in the process of moving, you guys. So my equipment is kind of everywhere. Everything is kind of scattered, but it's all good. We're transitioning into a new space where I'm going to be able to really dive in and teach you guys astrology, numerology, tarot, just lots of esoteric themes and topics to really change your perspective. We're going to be offering Reiki. I got my my singing bowls. I'm so excited to have my singing bowls back. I was away from them for a while, and now I have my singing bowls back. And just so many ideas. There's so many amazing things that we had to come. So I want to thank you guys for sticking with me through all of these changes. I know you guys are going through changes too. I know things are happening fast, but one thing I really just want to reiterate to you all is to invest in yourself. It's a time to invest, and with Venus being in Taurus right now and the sun being in Taurus, you need to invest into what you love, what's going to make you feel loved, and you need to invest into soul. You need to invest into spiritual food, what's going to fulfill your spirit, because when Jupiter goes into Pisces, it's going to be all about the spirit. It's going to be a fluctuation of people getting into spirituality and wanting to express themselves spiritually and understand spirit and work with spirit. You know, that's all of that Jupiter and Pisces energy. So all right, y'all, I gotta go, mom. So that was my tidbit on what's going on. If you guys have any questions, you know, you can always reach out to me. I'm gonna be giving you guys more updates as they come. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye, peace, bye.